Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Parasite Eve. This is episode 9. So last time we finished up at the police station. We rescued Ben and Baker from the mutated Shiva who became a Karabos. And now we have to figure out our next move. Now that we're down many of the police officers. But look, at least one mustachioed police officer survived. People. Come on, Daniel. You're in charge now. Yeah, well, I'm not used to this sort of thing. You're doing great, boss. But why did Eve decide to attack the precinct? To get rid of us? Maybe that Japanese guy knows something about it. You're right. Where'd he go, anyway? Oh, okay. I bet he's snooping around the criminal ID lab on the 3rd floor. I'll be fine. Besides, I promised Nix at the hospital that I'd settle scores with Eve. But who's taking care of Nix at the hospital if the city's been evacuated? We'll start fixing up the office. I suppose that cop should be more like yeah, we'll start fixing up the office. Alright, we're back to the police station theme. Which I forget the name of, because they're all weird names. I can't remember if this is Out of Phase, or if that's the Central Park theme. Alright, let's go upstairs and see what Maeda is up to. I like how this room doesn't really look much worse for wear than it did before. There's like a knocked over table and that's it. And the bulletin board is askew. So not too many survivors. I mean, most of the named officers died. Aside from the detectives. Kathy, Torres. Wayne's still here though. It's weird that there's no music in this room. Like, it doesn't have its own theme. Okay, some medicine. Don't you worry, Aya. Don't you worry, Aya. I'll be looking after this place for Torres. You'll leave all equipment tweaks to me. We're playing it my way now. No permit needed. But it'd be nice if you could bring me some gun trading cards if you see them lying around. Hey, I may not come close to being as good as old Torres, but you can trust my work. So, what'll it be? So, he says that we don't need a permit, which means that the mod permits are no good, but he won't tune up the weapon unless you give him a trading card. So, the trading card essentially replaces the mod permits, which means that I really should have used that mod permit that I had. But it does the same thing, he adds a slot to a weapon. Alright. So let's store some of this crap. Actually, how many tools do I have? You got no junk with you right now? And then there's rare T card collection. Yeah, I don't really have one yet. So that's actually a New Game Plus thing, since those all come from the New Game Plus dungeon. Alright, well, let's go to store item first, and let's get rid of all these keys I'm still carrying. Including this good luck charm. Alright, I've got 2 tools. Aya, you take Eve down. Do it for Torres, alright? That's not the voice I was doing before. I gotta remember, it's more of a whiny Steve voice. Aya, you take Eve down. Do it for Torres, alright? More like that. Otherwise, I'm just straying into Ben voice territory. Look, I can only do so many variations of the same voice. I can't bring in any of my bad accents here, because I don't really think any of these people have accents. Aside from Brooklyn accent. Well, all the dogs are gone. And anyone who would have been watching the dogs. So I'm not really sure why Shiva mutated so drastically compared to the other dogs. If that was an intentional thing or just something weird about the dog. But yeah, so this is one of the few dungeons that you can't redo after you've completed it. All the monsters are gone. And I think this is the only place in the game where we see the dogmen. Aside from, of course, the New Game Plus dungeon, since that has recolored variants of all the existing enemies and a few unique ones. Which I've never seen, because I've actually never completed that dungeon. I've only barely touched it. I think even if I don't end up completing it, I will at least check into it after we finish the game. No, this is not the lab room. The lab room is another floor up. I wonder if lab technician is still in here. Yep, she's still here. Thought you'd be here. How did you guess? This kind of place makes me think more clearly. Hey Maeda, why did Eve attack the precinct? What I want to know is why Eve didn't show herself this time. I felt her presence here, but as soon as we arrived, she was gone. It could be a distraction. A distraction? What for? Is there a sperm bank or a hospital that conducts artificial insemination nearby? A sperm bank? Clip that one. Well, I don't think Eve's body will last much longer. Right now, the mitochondria are just parasites in her body. So she's trying to create this ultimate being like she did in Japan. I'm afraid so. So if we can stop her from getting there, she'll die, eventually. I think a doctor at St. Francis Hospital specialized in artificial insemination. Let's go, Maeda. Hey, what about me? You're captain for now, remember? You gotta look after the precinct. Oh, alright. Here, take this then. It's all the bullets I had in my pocket. I guess lab technician had nothing to say? Alright, so we actually don't have too much of a plot zone for this day because we're going straight into another dungeon. What's wrong? You're awfully quiet. Oh, I know. I wonder why Daniel didn't come with us. He said he's gonna get the dirt on Klomp. I mean, didn't we just tell him that he has to be the captain now? He also wants to be with Ben. Oh, yes, of course. Maeda? Yes? That creature that was born in Japan, what happened to it? It died, along with the scientist that was its father. How did a monster like that die? There was a rebellion. The mitochondria passed from the father didn't connect with the ones passed from Eve. It began to deteriorate, and the father held onto the dissolving flesh, and they die. Apparently in the movie that is actually the ultimate being starts like swapping between genders because of the two conflicting mitochondria. Even though it's a monster, I guess it's still your child. It's good to see that Aya also drives at the same speed as Daniel. Alright, we're definitely not going to get through the whole hospital in one episode, but we'll start it off. Here it is. This hospital. I've got a bad feeling about this hospital. It's hot. It looks like Eve is in there. Well, good thing we brought you with us to stand outside. You wait here. Aya, take this. I have a pocket full of these dollar store good luck charms. It's a bell to keep away bad spirits. Just hold on to this, okay? Thank you. I'll keep it until I bin it. So this is the same hospital that appeared earlier in a flashback before it went red and evil. Okay, another tool. There is a save point over there. But yeah, I guess this hospital was evacuated, right? I mean, maybe they sent Nix out of the city to a hospital, like, you know, not in Manhattan. It's not like he's got an infectious disease and we're in a quarantine zone. It's just they wanted to get everyone away from Eve. Okay, this is locked. I was about to say this is not a door, but yeah. There's a couple keys you actually need in the hospital. Because unsurprisingly, a lot of it's locked down. We haven't seen this little girl in a while. Maya? Or was it just my reflection? You need the green card key. Getting some Doom-colored card keys now. Going down? Oh no, the elevator cables. We got pranked by Eve. Good thing we were on the first floor, so we didn't fall very far. Night, night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. The power. We walked right into an Eve ambush. Eve's trying to trap me down here. She's cut the main power line. Did she use her mitochondria to do that too? Oh, great. One elevator is broken, and without power, the other one is useless. But at least there's a water fountain down here. I didn't actually read what that said. I think it just said it was locked. God damn it. Autopsy room. Door locked. Alright. Yeah, we haven't really had a lot of cases of go get the key so that you can get another key. Hope you enjoy your stay. Well, now that's just a fire hazard, Eve. I like how she's like, I can't actually stop you with my magic mitochondria powers, so I'm just gonna be a dick and trap you in a basement. It's the best I can do. Oh, you can see something twinkling up there. Ammo. Okay, we got a fuse. And our first hospital enemy, which is these big blobs. I forget what these are called. I think they're just called like bacteria or cell or something. I mean, it'll say up there with the art. But yeah, I don't know what these are supposed to be. They're just like giant amoebas. I do like the way they're kind of springy when you shoot them. Ah, poisoned. And they, like, attack by throwing a nucleus at you. Alright, so that's the first of our new enemies in the hospital. The hospital has some generally weird new enemies. And we got another grenade launcher. In the basement of a hospital. In the storage closet. So this one's got a different effect than the last one we had, which had the fire effect. This has tranquilizer, which I think is just like a slow effect. It's not bad damage-wise. In fact, I think its base damage is better than our current gun. But I think it's pretty slow. Let's use it for a battle and see how it does. Maya, wait! It's me! Why are you dressed in those clothes? You must be cold. And also, a ghost. On account of you keep disappearing and phasing through stuff. And then we have this thing, the Flyman, which is another weird, like, human-animal hybrid. Maybe they've got a teleporter in here somewhere. Oh good, poison and slow. You can see he seems to be tranked, though. He's just standing there. Oh boy. This is where a full cure would have come in handy, but I don't want to waste one now. Just use a heal. Thankfully, I didn't get hit by the goop, I just got hit by his face. Yeah, I think the tranquilizer just works as like a weird stun effect. Like, it's not quite the same as the actual stun. I love that this is a pump-action grenade launcher with 5 shots. So is this just a gross body back here that you can barely see? And is this not the autopsy room? Because the autopsy room is locked, so what is this other room full of dead bodies? And there's the autopsy key. So we do have another save point here, but we're not going to stop just yet. This basement is also a little confusing. You need the blue card key. It's a key card. But it all kind of leads back to itself. I think we already went in here. Yeah, okay. It's like they were really unsure what they could do as a hospital-themed enemy, so they're like, I don't know, just big cells. Yeah, you see I actually canceled out his attack, so this might actually be a pretty good effect. I mean, this gun also doesn't seem very bad. I wonder what the downside to grenade launchers is, if they have like a even slower recharge, or if they're the same as rifles. Because it might be worth just dumping my upgrades onto this thing, I mean, we've only got a +4 capacity, so this thing is still not going to have a lot of ammo. But it's got 2 shots, it's got tranquilizer, which, because it's not an elemental damage type, I don't think it should reduce the damage. So I might actually use that for now. Range is 67 versus 113, so it's not going to have as much range, but it seems pretty good. Okay, this is the autopsy room. It seems this key is no longer useful. I'll discard it. I don't know why that's the only key in the game that she does that for, but I think it's because there's so many keys in this area that they're just like, oh, we'll give you a break and not jam your inventory full of keys, because there's no way to get rid of them, so you'd be fucked if you didn't have enough inventory space. Unless you wasted all your items. So are these dead people from the first day, since they're all crispy? Oh, don't gauze on me. Oh no, there's nowhere to stand. Oops. Turns out it does not switch targets. Ah. Stupid blob tackle has got me pinned here. Okay, that's one man fly down. It seems to charge pretty quick. It might actually be faster than a rifle. I don't know, I'm kind of digging this gun. So let's make a perhaps poor decision and make it our new gun. Because again, normally I would just use rifles for the whole game, so I'm trying to mix it up here a little bit. And it's not like we won't get more rifles if I want to switch back. I do still have the auto heal. Debating switching to the end jacket. Yeah, I think this will actually be pretty good. Let's find out if this was a terrible mistake or not. Alright, another tool. Also, these bodies look very tiny. Offense +1. Slap that on our grenade launcher. Okay, I don't think there's any fuses in here. I don't remember the hospital area too well, but it's actually not super long. Despite being a very large building. And down here is where they keep the hunters. Nope, instead we have a rat man. Another human-animal hybrid. These guys do seem to be upgrades of the regular rats because they also have fireballs. So maybe rats are just prone to fireballs. I like how he, like, covers his head when he throws his little bomb. Like, oh shit. Put on one of these hazmat suits. I'm not exactly sure what's in these chambers. Okay, another fuse. Thought I could remember you opening them, but maybe not. Critical evade, a random burned body. Somebody didn't evacuate. Okay, we got the blue card key. See, I can avoid the poison and the slow as long as I'm not impatient and try to get a hit in right away. I actually canceled out his goop. Yeah, this seems pretty good. It does good damage. There we go. One of the most useful PE powers in the game, haste. Not only does it recharge your meter faster, but it also makes you run faster, making it easier to avoid some of the harder attacks to avoid. The stuff that you'd normally be too slow to get out of the way of. Now I just have to remember how to get back to the blue door. I think it's on the complete other side. Just gotta loop around here. Nope, not that one. Okay, these are the elevators. So I gotta go the next right. It's a good thing we've got these big old emergency lights. It's really not that dark down here. Alright, here's the blue key card. And she tosses that key too. I really wish more games had that. Like, it's one of the nicest features about Resident Evil is, oh, you've used this key for all the things it's useful for. Would you like to throw it away? Maya, wait! Don't leave me alone. Like you did when you and Mom died. Okay, we got another machine gun. This one has a 7 times rate of fire and another random rate of fire. So if you really want to waste your bullets as quickly as possible, and actually be in danger of running out, then there you go. Ah yes, the weirdest fucking enemy in the hospital area. This is the Mixed Man, which is this blob of like flesh fused together that drops a bouncy brain. And that's like his primary attack, is he just drops that bouncy brain, and then another one, and then another one, until the room is full of them. Like, I guess that thing is supposed to be like melted patience or something, but there shouldn't have been any patients in here when Eve showed up. Your inventory is full. What do I want to get rid of? Shit, I kept the trading card. Do I have any more medicine ones? No. I do have BP though, so let's get some BP into item capacity. Okay, there's our last fuse. But we still have to actually find the place to put them. The Mixed Man definitely looks like it could be just a Final Fantasy enemy. Oh no! The main circuit breaker is torn apart and some fuses are missing. funny that she says that, but there's no possible way you could get here before getting some of the fuses and the keycard. It's okay. Aya has some electrical technician know-how. She can stick these two wires together with her hands. I was a little too far over to insert the fuses. Alright, music has been re-enabled, and it's the same track from Central Park. You can almost hear a doot in there. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, now I gotta try to find that phone again, because this is a good time to stop. And next time, we will make our way out of the basement using the other elevator, hoping that Eve doesn't just cut the cord on the other one. Do you think she would have done that anyway, just in case? But luckily for us, there were 3 fuses just lying around. Alright, so that'll do it for episode 9 of Let's Play Parasite Eve. And things are really coming along. We're kind of past the halfway point now. I think a little bit further than the halfway point, really. 'Cause I think the police station is the halfway point. I mean, there are only 7 days, right? So you can kind of tell by the days how far ahead we are. Though some of the days are longer than others, of course. Anyhow, I've been Shadefyre, this is Parasite Eve, and I hope you'll join me on our continuing mitochondrial adventure next time. Take care, everyone.